So good morning, gentlemen. So last video we seen about the sketching, but this video will help you to know more about modeling steps. So here, this create menu bar will be having a broad look on today's session. Okay, first we'll see about how to do the creation stuff. Then one by one, I will explain you the further options like new plane, blending tools, modifying operations, points, and primitives. So first, set the units in terms of and do sketching in by default XY plane. So look at here. I'm having one box, and also in constraints, I'm going to set symmetricity along this axis. Dimension you can set it both the way. So along X side is 20 mm, and Y side I would like to give 20 mm. So this is done, but still it is not completely turned to blue color. Means that this dimension is not at fixed at it. So click the semi-automatic. So now it turns to completely blue color. So H3 is available, so you can give one more thing. So that is 20 mm. So now what the thing is, go to the modeling stuff. So click the create extrude button. Click extrude button. So in the extrude button, you just rotate it your complete axis and see here under the XY plane, the sketch number 1 is available. You can apply it. So and there are once you are initiating a sketches, once you're initiating your modeling from scratch. So there are two options you could see here. One is add material, another thing is add frozen. Maybe if you want to modify the same material, so the other options would be comes on here. Now first I'll tell you about the add material. So click the add material. So under the direction, so along the z direction supposed to comes out, means that normally from the plane. So normal plane is nothing but xy, so which is comes out is along the z direction. So that is what it is representing. Suppose if you would like to keep it in the reverse direction, you can use reversed one, or else both the sides symmetric, means that the 30 mm along this side and 30 mm along that side it will comes. Also for axis symmetric, sorry, asymmetric, so one side will be 30, other side you can, second direction you can set to 300 or 3000 or maybe 3. So this is how it will be, work it out. Fine. So what you do is now just keep this part as normal, and extend type is fixed. So as default, it is fixed. Maybe if you have a plenty of geometry, the other options like surface to the next face to the end, like other options would be false on this extend type. So click this and generate it. Look at here. So for add material, you could see this kind of a gray color body. Suppose if you keep this in add frozen, look at here. It shows like wireframed body. Not wireframe means that transparent less body. So what is the difference between the uh, add frozen and add material? No, add frozen in, once you are keeping your body in add frozen, you can't able to cut it out, or you can't able to do the next other operations of cutting. But in add material, you can do all the cutting operations. So for example, let me show you here. I'm keeping this material, keeping this body as material and generate it. Look at here. And I'm picking, actually, my sketch is actually on the background XY plane. Now I'm going to do sketching on this plane. So pick this face through the filtering of this thing. After you selected, so go to the sketching part. So the new plane would be created on here. And what you do is now you can click the polygon, a small polygon. Look at here. Go to the modeling part. This is a new plane which is created just now. So it is a previous plane and this is a new plane. It is a previous sketch and this is a new sketch. So now I want to do operation of cutting. So how do I do know? With the help of the same extruder tool itself, we can do it. So look at this extruder tool. So you can pick the geometry of sketch 2. So here the other options would comes now. Look at here. So cut material, imprint the faces and slice material. Suppose if you keep this body in add frozen, so you will not able to see the cut material, imprint faces and slice material. So what I'm telling is, if you want to do any pocket operations, you first keep your material in add material way so that you can do it. Otherwise, you can't able to do in add frozen type. Fine. Now can click the cut material. So generate it. Look at here. For add frozen, if you change this thing to add frozen, sorry, this is cut, but this is add frozen. So there is one warning symbol will come. See, look at here. There are no valid bodies to cut. Means that since it is a freezed one, that is a frozen body. So there is no body to cut it out. If you have add material, you can cut it out. Look at here. So this operation is invalid now. Maybe if you want to keep this operation to be valid, you keep this thing to add material generated. Look at here. I hope so you understood this part. So what next is, look at here the further options of the extrude itself. So here the thin surface, if you keep the surfaces to be thin, look at here, generate it. So it will come like this. So from the original sketch it will take like this. So maybe if you keep the inward thickness is 1 and the outer thickness also 1. So look at, so from the mean sketch, so your sketch is on here. So from this sketch inward is 1 mm, outside also 1 mm. That is what this extrude is defining. Clear? This is defining. Now can delete this. Look at here. Next is about revolve options. You can click the revolve options and you can apply the geometry on the first, and you can rotate it along some axis. Like I'm taking y axis. So y means that z plane, you need to select it. If you want to select z axis, then you need to select xy plane. If you want to rotate along the x axis, you need to select yz plane. Now I'm going to use y axis to be rotated along this side. It should be rotated. So for that I'm selecting the zx plane. Zx plane, apply. See, 360 degree. Let's see, right? So maybe if you want to keep only along 90 degree, you can set it. Look at here. So only 90 degree it comes. Maybe if you want to keep, this is also thin surface, you can use here thin surface as 1 mm, 1 mm. Or outside I'm putting 0 mm and inward I'm putting 1 mm. So generate it. Look at here. It's hollow now. It is hollow now. Maybe you can suppress this body or you can hide this body so that you could see other things clearly. Suppress means it won't consider for the analysis, but hide means it will consider for the analysis. Fine. So now I'm going to delete all these things. Now what next is sweep command. Sweep is actually required one profile and one guide curve. So this is my profile, but guide curve I can put along some axis. So for that I'm picking another plane. So that is this axis. This axis I need to take. That is YZ axis I need to take. And I'm going to do the sketching part. So how now? Can take some spline. So right click, open it. So now come to the modeling and expand these two sketches. So look at here. Sketch number 1 and sketch number 2. Okay. So what you do is go to the create, click the sweep, first select the profile. So this is what my profile, and for path, this is what my path. Apply and generate it. Look at here. So how it is created. Now next thing is, on the same sweep you can deal some other part, that is path tangent or global axis. That is one part. Second is scaling. Third is node twist and thin surface. So first we can use the known stuff, that is thin surface. You can keep yes for thin surface. So look how it is coming. And next thing is, here no twist is available. You just change it to pitch and use generated. By defaultly it will be creating like this. Okay, so maybe if you increase the pitch or if you decrease the pitch, see what is happening. I'm going to use 150 and I'm generated. Look at here, it is expanding the pitch, the distance is expanding. Maybe if you use 200, look at how it is expanding. Maybe if you use number of turns as to be one turn, look, this is how it will be works. But these are all unique spiral format it will provide it. Means that is what the purpose of twisting. Maybe I can use no thin surface with no turns, no twist. So see, this is normal, right? But once you use a scaling, I would like to give 3 as a number here, so that 3 spiral or 3 number of turn you could see. But from the minimum size to the maximum 3 times of scaling it will be end up. Look at here. Maybe I can create a small circle so that you could easily understand. So you just suppress this one. So right click, show the sketch. Means that go to the sketching part. So click the circle. Now come to the model. Right click and suppress it. Now look at here. So you can make a twist now. Use number of turn pitches as 98 as a default. Look at here. This is how this one creates. Maybe if you use 2, look at how it works. And the number of pitches about 50. Look at here, it makes a spiral behavior. Again if you use 25 and generate it, so look at here, depending on the shape it is providing. Okay, so this is what the sweep. Then delete this, delete this also. So the only sketch is this one now, right? So next is skin loft. For skin loft I need another one plane. So xy is a plane we have, right? So another plane is along, not this one. Means I need a same plane, a same axis plane, but that should be offsetted some distance. So for that what you do is click the new plane, or else directly you can access from here. You can change and access from here. Okay, so can transform along a different fashion. So you can flip along the xy axis, you can offset along the x axis, or you can offset along the y axis, you can offset along the z axis. You can set and accordingly it will work. But globally I want to offset it now. So for that what I do is, so I'm giving the global offset in z direction but 100 look at here and generate it. So here I'm going to draw a sketch, one more sketch, that is circle. Now modeling part. So skin or loft. So you need to select the profiles. So select all the profiles or select individual profiles. So this is the first profile, you can apply, and this is your second profile, you can apply, so that automatic linkages would false and generate it. Look at here. Maybe for the different cross section it is not possible, means that different cross section, since it is, since here it is circular and here it is a rectangular, it is not possible. If you want to make that one as possible, you need to discretize the edges with the help of split command. Okay, so how, I'll tell you. Just delete this skin and you can delete the sketches also. So in plane number 5, go to the sketching part and create a rectangle. Create a rectangle. So now here it is a 4 edges and here it is only 1 edges, correct? So here it is 4 edges, but here it is only 1 edges. So on this edge, what you do is go to the sketching part and just discretize with the help of modify tool. Click the split, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now 4 edges, and on here also 4 edges, correct? So here are 1, 2, 3, 4, and here also 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4 edges are there. Now what you do is go to the create skin or loft. So select all the profiles or select individual profiles. So you can select all the profiles, apply. Look at here, the connections is coming. So look how it is creating. Clear? If we use directly, the circle and rectangle can't be patchable. Only after discretizing or after we setting the equal number of edges on the both profile, we can create the skin or loft. Fine. So your 2 segment is over now. So the another segment is, I will explain you. Right click, delete it. Can delete this also. Show the edge or the edge. So click rectangle, delete it. So constraint, symmetry between these two things and new symmetry between these two things. So go to the dimension, set it 50 cross 50. So go to the modeling, extrude it, apply the sketch along 100 mm and generate it. So what next is, go to the create fixed radius blend. So you can select the fixed radius blend, apply. So 3 mm is available. So you can change the values to 5 mm and generate it. So look at here. And I also wanted to set somewhat variable radius, means that here it is higher and here it is lower. For that, you can use the variable radius blender. So select on here this edge, apply. So look at here, the starting radius is 3 mm and end radius is 3 mm. Means that it is a uniform. Maybe if you set it to 5, so 3 is a minimum or 1 is a minimum and maximum is 5 now. But starting radius, maybe we don't know where it is starting the radius, from here or from here. In order to know that, you can use the arrow mark button. Click the arrow mark button. Look at here, the arrow mark is going from this direction to this direction. So starting radius is here and end radius is over there. So generate it. Look at here, so starting radius is 1 mm and end radius is 5 mm. So this is for the case of smooth, and if you use a linear, it will be straight. Look at here. So we could see the small strips, like strips lines. So this is what the linear, and if you change this thing to smooth and generate it, it comes like curvature. Okay, this is what the difference between the linear and smooth. So next is chamfering. For chamfering, what you do is click the chamfering, click the stuff, apply. So here the left to right or right to left, you can decide it and you can generate it, so it will be replicated. Fine. So next is pattern options. For patterning, what you can set is, so click the pattern, You can select the body first of all, and you can select the direction along y direction. For y direction, you need to pick XZ or ZX plane. Apply. So offset, I'm setting 50 as a far away. So click generate. So one copy is came, but still it is merged because of there is no clearance is available. So give this thing so 60 and see the difference. So there are two parts and two bodies. And also, if you set it to 5 copies, so every uh, copies will make the offset of 60 Fine. So this is what the circle, linear pattern. So maybe want to do the circular pattern. You can do the circular pattern also. So go to the create pattern. So you can click the circular pattern, but I'm taking the geometry of this one. Apply. So axis, you can take an axis along Z. So along the Z axis, so that you need to pick the XY plane. XY plane, apply and generate it. Look at here. So with respect to that, it is taking the 5 copies. Very simple. So next is another one pattern operation is available, that is rectangular. So for rectangular, you need to pick one geometry and two direction you need to define it. One is along positive x direction or negative x direction you need to set it. So for positive x direction, you can pick along the YZ plane or YZ plane, apply. So 5 copies you can put it. So similarly, along the second direction, so I'm putting along the y plane. So ZX I'm selecting. So look at the after generation. So here this distance is not valid. So set to 60 and generate it. Look at here. Maybe if you want to 5 copies, you can use 5 copies and see the difference. So linear pattern, circular pattern, and rectangular pattern. So I hope so you can easily fetch the application point of view. So next is after the patternings and all, we have a body operation, but this is falls under the geometrical cleanup. So you keep this on one side. So now first we'll see the rest of the options. So from the body transformation to the primitives, we'll see. So I'm taking a new component. So go to the sketching. Into extrusion. So go to the create body transformation. So under the body transformation, move is nothing but from the one plane to another plane, you can move your body. That is what the move body transformation speciality. Look at here. So this is my body, and this is along the XY plane, right? But this is going to be move along the YZ plane or ZX plane. So I'm selecting here, apply. Look at here. It's turned to here. Could see on the blue color, right? I mean cyan color. You can generate it. So it is working out. This is what the specialty of move. And next is you can translate your body. So for translating your body, what you can do is you can pick this body, apply the direction. I'm along taking x direction. For that YZ plane, I need to select it, apply. Look at the 30. It'll be 100 Look at this 100 It's coming. Means that it is translating from one place to another place. That's it. And similarly, you can use rotate. You can rotate your body along which axis you want to prefer. So you can select the body and you can set the axis XY plane. Look at this is comes. So maybe YZ plane, apply. Look at here. So from this axis, it turned to 45-degree. Maybe if you turn to 90-degree, it will comes on here. Look at this. So look, this is what 90-degree. Maybe for 180-degree, this is how it will comes. So generate it. And what next is go to the mirror option. So you can select the body, apply the plane along. I want this to be replicated on this side. So XY plane, you can pick it, apply, generate it. Look at here. So maybe you can do one more mirror, but selecting two bodies now. apply, plane. So pick YZ plane, YZ plane, apply, and generate it. Now it turns to like this. So this is how the mirror command will works. So next is about scaling. You can scale your body along one time uniformly, or one time non-uniformly, or all time non-uniformly. Means that the scaling is world origin, body centroid, and points. These are the three fashion we have. And see here, the body is 1, and it is scaling to uniform level as 1. All the direction it is taking one time multiplication. So if you set into two time multiplication of overall this axis, look at the difference. So two times from the original dimension. If we use non-uniform, along the x side it is one time, y side it is two time, and z side it is three time. Look at the difference. This is how it will be works, the scaling stuff. So if you're not interested on this, you can simply delete this command. Simple. So now under the create, we have next is boolean, because we've seen all the things on here. So boolean slice and delete option is one side, and point and primitive is on other side. So for boolean, first let me take a new component and look out here in the create. For talking about the boolean, I can use direct primitives, means the direct shapes. So I'm taking sphere, I'm checking one more box. So x is 30, y is 60, and z is 90. Let me take and see how it is, and use this is actually not add material. If you use add material, both the thing will be merged. Look at here. So it is one part and one body. If you change this material to the add frozen, look at here. So there are two parts and two bodies. Fine. Now what you do is go to the create, go to the create. So you can explore the rest of the options also. It is not that much complicated. You explore the rest of the options. So talking about the boolean, so there are four boolean operations we have. One is unit, second is subtract, third is intersect, and fourth is imprint faces. So on the unit, you can select these two things, merge it, and generate it. So this is what the unit command, and right click, edit it. Maybe if you want to find out the subtraction, so one body is from this body to this body, I need to subtract it, so generate it, so it will be subtracted. But after the subtraction also, I want that circular body. You can use this preserve tool body has to be yes, and generate it, so it will comes, it will works. So suppose if you edit this one, so your target body is this one, and a tool body is this one, so you can generate it so that this will comes in an alternative way. So this is what the second case. And the third case is about right click, edit the section, so change this to intersect. So two bodies you can select, so preserve bodies, keep it no, generate it. Look at it here. Suppose if you keep s, so three bodies would come, one, two, and three. Yes, generated. Look at here. Now three bodies. Body number one, body number two, body number three. So what next is imprint the faces. So in the boolean, right click, imprint the faces. So imprint the faces is nothing but only the faces will be stitching on in the intersected area. So look at here. So I'm selecting, this is my target body and this is my tool body. So preserve body, first of all, I'm keeping no. Look, so the inner, we have one more face. So inner face is also available, correct? It is not a body, only one body is we have. That circular body outer surface, actually we could see on in the middle. So if you use S, so that is also will be replicated. If you use no, it won't comes. Fine, this is what the imprint faces. Now you can delete this boolean operation now. And I'm going to explain about the slicing operations. So slicing is very important for geometrical cleanup in order to chopping your complete body. So look at here. So slice by plane is available, right? So you can use XY plane. You can use XY plane, apply and generate it. Look at here. So this is body number 1 and this is body number 2 and this is body number 3. So if you use another slicing, so slice by faces. So you can pick this face, click this face and click here, apply and generate it. So it's, since it is not working, means that it is not a completely cut it out. So what you can do is can change slice by surface, pick the same face, apply and generate it. Look at here. Now how it is split it up. So throughout this direction also it is splitted, right? So next is about closed edges. Closed edges you can say it. So slice. So slice by edges or slice by edge loops. So slice by edges can pick and you can select this edge actually. You can select this edge in order to select the edge filter. If it is not available, you just keep this one off and use the edge loop. So 1, 2, 3 and 4. You can apply and generate it. Means that it is already splitted, so no need extra split. That is why it is showing yellow color. Okay, maybe these things also will be explain you when the geometrical cleanup parts playing. Fine. So now delete option. So you can click the body delete. This particular body will be deleted. Look at here. If you want to delete particular face, look at here. Once I deleted this face, the other faces will be giving the merging on here. Look, this is how the healing methodology. Once I deleted the face, the other faces will be merging on this area. That is what automatic. If you use natural healing, generated once again, it can't be able to possibly comes up. Patch up healing. So patch up healing also can't be able to comes properly. So only the no healing part means that that faces would be deleted particularly over there, but that is also not possible on here. So pick automatic and generate it. Fine. So now another stuff is you can edge the you can delete the edge and means that you can pick this edge and delete it so that it will delete it. But as of now, all the faces are interconnected, so it won't be deleted. Fine. So now what the thing is point. So point is the input for the conceptual menu bar. So anyhow, I'll come to this part for the next video. So thank you so much for your patience, gentlemen.